nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy.
Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is your station. Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
This is 93.7 Citizen FM. Abuja.
Good evening and welcome to the Citizen FM News at 6. I'm Lawrence Umoite. The Senate has commenced the screening of the first batch of ministerial nominees forwarded by President Bola Tinubu. The screening, which commenced at the upper chamber today during plenary, which has already commenced and is even going on now upon the arrival of the Senate President. Some ministerial nominees, including the ex-governor of Rivers State, was at the chambers. The former Rivers State governor said President Bola Tinubu won't regret nominating him to serve as minister in his cabinet.
When I was living like a hero. They escorted me home, where women brought out their wrappers and laid on the ground and said, "March on the wrapper. Welcome, our son. You have done very, very well." Till 27th of May, while I was living to 27th of May, Mr. Senate President, I was commissioning, I was flagging off. This thing can be achieved if you are committed, if you have passion for the job. There are so many people who want to be minister, who want to be governor. For the sake that I was a governor, for the sake that I was a minister. But there are those who say, "Look, what do I want to offer? Am I committed to this job?" And I told Mr. President, for nominating me, I believe, knowing how hungry Mr. President is to solving the problems of Nigeria, we have no choice but to give him that required support. And I can assure you, if I'm confirmed to whatever capacity, Mr. President will not regret.
Another nominee, Betta Edu, who is currently the national women leader of the All Progressives Congress, said the health sector needs to be rejected.
Nigeria should be headed at the speed of light to achieve universal health coverage. That means health care for all, irrespective of whether they have the money, they are from any tribe, or they belong to any religion. They should, wherever they are, be able to have access to quality health care. For us as a country, we have challenges that stare us in the face, beginning with governance and leadership of the health sector, fragmentation, duplication, wastage of funds, poor coordination amongst key players in the health sector. Nigeria suffers right now from what they call the Japa syndrome, where doctors and other health workers are leaving the country in their drones. The World Health Organization recommendation is that we should have one doctor to 600 patients, but in Nigeria, it's basically one doctor to 5,900 patients, let's say 6,000, which is completely unacceptable and cannot give us a reliable health system.
She advocated a well-intentioned, sustained policies to get the health sector to international reckoning.
We must get the right governance and the right structure from the top all the way down to the health facilities. Who are those manning it? Who are the managers? Who are the planners? Is it properly planned? And what are those adjustments and streamlining that needs to happen? Like a distinguished senator rightly said, there are federal medical centers everywhere. There are teaching hospitals everywhere. How functional are they? what quality of service can they offer? As it concerns the health workers that are leaving, a couple of things can be done. Number one, we can change the payment structure for health workers to see that they get better incentives and they can stay on. They are leaving because probably a country like Saudi Arabia promises a greener pasture, and that's why they're leaving. Number two, we can make the environment more conducive for them to stay so that they can thrive and deliver their health services.
Amid the impending national strike declared by the Nigeria Labour Congress, the Senate has issued an urgent plea requesting that the Labour Union reconsiders its planned action. The Senate's appeal stems from a deep concern about the strike's potentially drastic impact on everyday Nigerians, warning that the nation could be plunged into a state of extreme hardship. Addressing the situation, the Senate expressed that while the legislative body respects the NLC's rights to protest, it is crucial to weigh this against the potential fallout that could greatly affect citizens' daily lives and livelihood.
Once engagement with the Nigerian Labour Congress, with the presidency, and all stakeholders with a view to advancing the strike and also streamlining the palliative that will come for the country to have peace. The Senate said stop the tariff, suspend it, and give a breathing space to the poor people besides. So in that case, distinguished senators, I believe that in discussing this motion, you should not be worried that you may be misinterpreted, you may be misunderstood by some people who want to make political capital out of everything that comes from here.
With the Nigerian economy still reeling from the effect of the global pandemic and the ongoing recovery efforts, a widespread labor strike, they said, could further strain the economy, leading to inflation, scarcity of goods and services, and significant inconvenience to the populace. The Senate also emphasized the legislature's commitment to engaging in constructive dialogue with the NLC to address its grievances.
Position of the Senate was very apt and in consonance with the feelings of the majority of Nigerians. Should Senate not have taken that position, what it could have meant was that we are in support of some additional measures that would have adversely affected the well-being of the poor people of Nigeria. So we couldn't have done otherwise, and I believe that that position, as encapsulated and spread across the country, was misrepresentative of the position of the Senate. We were very clear, we are with the poor, and that was why we passed that additional prayer that led the poor. Mr. President, it was timely, it was apt.
Mr. President, let me put it on record that we, as the representative of the people, feel the pains of Nigerians. And if you watch from time to time, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as always, says he feels the pain. He understands what economic hardship this tough decision is taking is bringing to Nigerians. The removal of subsidy, the rate unification, but he has said that this is in the interest of Nigeria.
Away from the Senate, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has performed the official decoration of the newly appointed service chiefs. This pivotal event formally marks the beginning of their tenure as the nation's topmost defense officers. The ceremony, which was held inside the council chambers of the presidential villa, was witnessed by the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, top government officials, and family members of the officers. The service chiefs, whose appointments were initially declared on the 19th of June, have undergone comprehensive screening by the National Assembly. The National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, today met with governors from the 5 southeast states in Abuja. Although the agenda of the closed-door session was not made known to journalists, it might not be unconnected with the worsening security challenges in the southeast. President Bola Tinubu has directed the authorities in all federal institutions of higher learning to avoid arbitrary increase in sundry fees payable and where possible defer further increase so that parents and students don't face too much difficulties. He also approved the provision of buses to the students' bodies of all universities, polytechnics and colleges of education across the country. Special Advisor to the President on Special Duties, Communications and Strategy, Dele Alake, disclosed this in a statement on Monday. And in Lagos, in a bid to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal, the state government has slashed the cost of transportation of all state-owned transport systems by 50%. The government also pledged to distribute foodstuffs to the vulnerable in the state. Speaking at a press briefing on Monday, the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, stressed that the government is working towards rolling out these palliatives to lessen the pains that the removal of subsidy has brought to the citizens. And on the foreign scene, at least 6 people, including a 10-year-old girl and her mother, may have been killed by a Russian missile strike on the Ukrainian city of Kryvyi Rih. Officials said 75 others, including 25 children, were injured when missiles slammed into a residential high-rise building early today. Regional governor declared a day of mourning for those who have lost their lives. And in sports, Super Falcons on Monday played a goalless draw against the Republic of Ireland to advance to the Women's World Cup knockout stage. The Nigerian female team advanced to the knockout stage with 5 points garnered from 2 draws and 1 win. The Super Falcons shared points with the Republic of Ireland to progress to the round of 16, following a draw against Canada and a stunning win against Australia. Before the game, Nigeria led Group B with 4 points and a goals difference ahead of Canada, who also had the same number of points. Australia was third with 3 points, but Australia topped Group B with 6 points after thrashing Canada 4-0 to guarantee a place in the last 16.
I don't think anybody before we got here believed that we could get out of this group and go through it without losing a match in this group. So I'm so proud of them and the effort they put in, and so happy for them that they're getting to experience this and move on to the next round. Yeah, you know, I was actually in the second half disappointed because I thought we could have won the match. And so it almost feels disappointing that we didn't get the result of the 3 points. But all of us would have taken this result before we started the match, just to know we got through. So that was the objective, me getting to the knockout stages. Well, look, I think they're going to be another great team. If it's England, it's the European champions. We've already played the Olympic gold medalists. We've already played the host nation. So it's just going to be another one of those matches that we've already been playing.
Super Falcon coach there after the match against Ireland earlier today. And that's the Citizen FM News at 6. I am Lawrence Moite. Good evening.